What is up, guys, and welcome back to episode of the F1 Clash 2024 series. This is episode number 30 today, and this time, well, we can finally say we are in series number 6 then. So now it's time to actually get onto some of the cool stuff that we can unlock, because now we can start unlocking rare drivers, which on one hand will be pretty hard to unlock and level up, and as we all know, these upgrades can get pretty expensive, but we can actually upgrade, get some better drivers, and we're going to start doing that right now with some free crates. Now, if we did see the previous episode, spoiler, we actually did get some new drivers from Series 6. And speaking of new drivers, our first one out of this free crate is Liam Lawson then, from the Racing Bulls team here. Maybe we'll get something in the second crate here. More coins, more suspension, more Lawson, and this time the rare version of Zhou Guan Yu here. But it's quite interesting because last time around we did unlock two new drivers from Series 6, which was from the weekly rewards crate. We could unlock this as well, and we're going to do so. We're going to spend 1 million coins, which is insane. We get some Hulkenberg, some Wing. We also get some more, we get a new engine as well, and we get some more Lawson, which is very nice here. So we do get some new drivers, and we do get some new rare parts. We can buy this cool new race crate and see if we can get anything from it here. Some Street Shark, which is really nice. Some Alonso. We do get 10 Franco Colapinto, which is very nice here. And we get some more for the Surge, which is really nice because we can upgrade that as well. But in terms of these drivers, I mean, they're all okay, I guess. They're not that great, considering we already have Zhou and Hulkenberg upgraded. But we do actually get a new engine, which is pretty cool, I must say. It is, again, pretty expensive to upgrade, but given the stat increase that this car has, it is probably worth to put on. But we can upgrade potentially this gearbox, which it is going to cost quite a bit of money, which we don't really have on our side, but it would actually give us some pretty valuable resources there, as we are pretty close to unlocking that gold crate. We're just trying to see what we can unlock, but maybe we'll do something in the future. But on to the first race then, in series number 6 then. We are starting off in Japan at, well, Suzuka. And let's see what we do for this qualifying here as we come through the qualifying lap and onto the straight. Gonna be, well, 14 to 17, so the welcoming committee is not very nice so far. And as we make our way through the race, we're going to try to see if we can pull this off, because Zhou is doing a 2-stop with no boosts, and Colapinto is doing, well, I was thinking of doing a 1-stop, but doing a 1-stop around Suzuka is almost as impossible as trying to do a 1-stop around Spain. Like, we all know Spain with its 10 laps or 9 laps is pretty impossible to do it, and it's pretty much the same here. Doing 7 laps around Suzuka is just enough to the point where you can't really get away with doing a 1-stop. You could probably do with some extreme tire management drivers and some extreme tire management boosts, but that's not really what we have here at the moment. But we're watching Zhou here. He is, of course, the Epic Zhou, so he's obviously much better here. I could probably use the rare Zhou if I do get enough to upgrade him and do get enough coins, but I don't think we'll use him too often. But making our way through the field, we're actually going to put Colapinto on a 2-stop, which originally I did not want to do, because he's using Cuppa boosts, which we all know are not only very rare, but also very powerful boosts. So having that would have probably, to save those, would probably been great, but unfortunately we're not going to have to do that. But no harm, no foul here as we come across and onto lap 7 here. Colapinto will finish 8th ahead of our rival, who is on dead tires, and Zhou will finish P14 on the hard tires ahead of our rival, who is 9th and 21st, which was very nice here. So for the first win here, despite the fact that we had a pretty tough matchup initially, we actually didn't end up having too bad of a race here. So as we wait for the rival to cross the line in 21st, which should be okay, and we can get on with going on to the next race here. So 28 points compared to the rivals 20, which not that crazy. We only get a standard crate, which again we're not surprised, but it's not too bad considering we still have some things to unlock. And standard crates will probably, unfortunately, be the best friend that we can get in terms of assets, because I don't want to rely solely on free crates to get those rare assets. The rare assets actually are not that bad in these standard crates. I do not know what I'm saying, but we're going against a pretty tough rival here with his Joe in 5th, and he's using Felipe Massa. But one, obviously, I guess you could say, quote-unquote cheat code around Vegas is the one-stop. The one-stop is very powerful around Vegas, simply because it is so long. You can do a 2-stop around the circuit if your car is that fast, but we obviously don't have that advantage because we just started in Series 6. So what we're going to do is we're going to give Lawson some Cuppa boosts and Joe some Street Shark. In terms of giving Joe Street Shark, I have no idea why I gave him that, but I gave Lawson the Cuppa boost because of the fact that, well, let's just be honest, all the race starts, all the drivers within Series 6 besides Joe have terrible race start. And the problem with Series 6 is they apparently requires you to do all race start. Now, me being a stupid naive person, I didn't actually realize how important this was until much later in this series, so I ended up wasting a lot of race start boosts on, you know, guys that had pretty high qualifying stats but pretty terrible race start stats. So I probably didn't need to get to Joe because he has very good race start, but Lawson most definitely needed. His race start is terrible, but regardless of that here, I guess around a track like Las Vegas where, you know, it's really only a one-stop, it probably doesn't matter that much. And we're only burning 2 bottles of boost because it's off the start and then off the pit stop. So it's quite interesting. But as we come towards the start of lap number 3 here, actually in the middle of lap number 3 where we catch him, is, well, we're just going to try to spread these guys out a little bit. Joe is settling very nicely into P1. Lawson is in P13, trying to pass Paris here. We'll switch to a cinematic view, get a better shot. Well, I say get a better shot as we get a stupid iPhone maybe too close to warning, which I still don't get because it is super annoying. Not my fault. But Joe, meanwhile, enters the pits here. Lawson is making his way actually around the final set of corners here. He is making his way down that one final stretch before he makes it to the pits. Joe just about comes out now, so we are sitting in a very good position right now to win this race. I mean, again, Las Vegas is probably the easiest circuit to pull off a win here, a simple win, I guess I could say, because it only requires a one-stop. Now, of course, if you're going against another real player who knows this, then you're obviously going to have a bit of a tough challenge. But I think this was a bot, so I didn't have to worry about this too much. So, as we make our way onto lap 4 here, we are sitting very nicely with Joe in 2nd and Lawson in 16th, with a couple guys in front needing to make a pit stop. So we should be okay as we wait to go on to potentially lap number 6 here soon. Joe crosses the line right behind one of the Ferraris here, and yeah, we should be good, as unfortunately we get another iPhone maybe too close warning, but one of the rivals will make his way into the pits on the next lap. I don't know why he's still continuing on the soft tires, because actually for some reason these soft tires do not last a lot around, unfortunately last a lot around Las Vegas. Probably because of the fact that Las Vegas is such a long circuit, but one of the rivals does pit onto soft tires, so that comfortably gives us the win pretty much. So making our way then through this set of corners, and now we can move on to the final lap, where we have Joe finishing 1st place, and then Lawson just coming across the line with just enough tires to finish in P13. And that's going to be it then for this episode. So thank you all so much for watching. If you guys did enjoy, definitely be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys in the next episode then, and where we can actually have some crazy amounts of luck in series number 6.